Welcome to the Healthy Connections cooking demo. My name is Lauren McGill and I'm the City of Austin Health Coach. Today we're going to make a quick and easy lunch that you can prep ahead of time. So on those busy days, you can just pull it out and either add it to a sandwich or on top of a salad. We're going to do a healthier version of tuna salad. So we are going to swap out the mayonnaise for Greek yogurt. Another version of this is you can always use avocado instead of Greek yogurt as well, if you're trying to avoid dairy as the healthy fat to mix in. The reason that tuna salad is a healthy lunch is because it contains omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids help to lower inflammation, they can reduce your risk for heart disease, and they also are great for your brain health. The reason that omega-3s are really important is because we can't make them, so we do have to get them through our food, and eating fish just twice a week helps you get all you need for the entire week. So to get started, I do have all my ingredients already laid out. I went ahead and I prepped the veggies, but I'm just going to show you how I went ahead and chopped those. So today we're going to be mixing in celery and red onion to this tuna salad. So here you can see I have 2 pieces of celery and the red onion ready to go. The main thing when you're using produce is you want to always wash it and make sure it's dried before you start. So I went ahead and already washed the celery, and as you can see, the way that I have it laid out on the cutting board, it's not going to move around, so it's pretty stable there. When you're using a knife, you want to make sure that your thumb and index finger are on the top of the blade so that you have a steady grip, and then the rest of your fingers are wrapped around underneath, protected. The hand that's holding the vegetables, you want to make sure that your fingers are always tucked to, again, protect them. So to get started, all I have to do is just push my holding hand up against that blade, and then I'm going to go ahead and just move that knife up and down very easily. One of the great things about this recipe is that it doesn't matter if you like your vegetables in a larger bite form or if you want them really finely diced, it's up to you. So we could leave them like this, or if we wanted them to be a little bit smaller, all you have to do is go ahead and just do a rough chop to get them down. And then when it comes to the onion, it's really important when you're picking an onion in the grocery store to make sure that there's not any soft points around the vegetable. And then you also want to make sure that the outer skin is dry to touch. So this onion, you can see I already cut part of it off. It's okay to leave the skin on when you're doing that first initial chop if you're not using the entire onion. Since I'm only using a small piece, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that skin on. But if I were using the whole onion, I would go ahead and just chop off the ends and then peel off that skin before I got started. So all I'm going to do is go ahead and chop off a small piece and peel away that outer skin layer and do the same thing that I did from the celery. So I'm going to get the good grip on my knife, make sure my fingers are tucked away, and go ahead and start moving that knife up and down. And then if I want to go ahead and take those pieces and make them a little bit smaller, I just go right on through. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get to the recipe. So the first step in this recipe is to make sure that we're mixing all of our wet ingredients to get started. So I went ahead and I already squeezed about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice from a fresh lemon. You can always use lemon juice that is in the fridge. It's a great cooking ingredient to have on hand. So I recommend just keeping a bottle ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and dump that in there. The next step is to add the Dijon mustard. So I did about a tablespoon of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in the chopped parsley. Fresh herbs always add a nice flavor to recipes. And then a 1/3 cup of the Greek yogurt. So again, one of the benefits of using Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise is because it's going to be an extra boost of protein. It's not going to add any additional fat, and it's also a really great source of calcium. And you'll be surprised that you can't really tell a difference. So you want to make sure that you are getting plain Greek yogurt without any flavor. That's key to this recipe. So now that I have all of the wet ingredients in, I'm going to go ahead and just take this fork and mix them up very quickly all together. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the tuna that I already opened and drained. So it is really important to make sure that whenever you're buying canned tuna, you try and get the tuna that's stored in water and not oil. And the reason for that is because the oil is just going to add extra fat that you don't necessarily need. So once you go ahead and pick out your canned tuna, you're going to drain it, so get all that excess water out, and then just go ahead and dump it into the bowl. And today we're making a larger batch, so I'm using 2 cans. You can always just make 1 can and cut the rest of the wet ingredients in half if you don't think you're going to finish 2 cans by the end of the week. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in the celery and the red onions. And then the salt and pepper. So salt and pepper is going to be to taste. So really, it's up to you how much you prefer. I recommend starting off with less and seeing how it goes. And then if you feel like you need a little bit extra, you can go from there. Same thing with the mustard. So that is a personal preference. So you can always add in more or less of that mustard. Just going to give it some extra tang. So as I'm mixing up this tuna salad, you'll see how quick and easy that was. And remember, you want to make sure that you refrigerate it. And like I said, it can be used in a number of different lunch recipes. So today, I'm going to just go ahead and add it to some whole grain bread with an apple on the side for my lunch. So quick and easy, ready to go. Some other options would be to make a salad. One thing for salads to make them more satisfying, you always want to make sure that you also have a carb and a protein, because that's going to keep you full longer. So the tuna salad is going to be that protein that you would add in. And then I like to roast sweet potatoes, or you can always put chickpeas, lentils, or some type of legume in the salad to make it a little bit more filling. So here we go, ready to eat.